What's up, everyone? Welcome to FilmSpot, and today we will be talking about the best upcoming movies. Moving on, Denis Villeneuve, a master of the science fiction epic, plans to make a film that will captivate audiences even more than Dune Part 2. That's right, Villeneuve recently told Empire, "If I succeed in making a trilogy, that would be the dream," about filming a third Dune film. And although Villeneuve did not provide many specifics, he did hint at the existence of concrete plans for Dune Part 3. And if that is really true, this new installment would adapt Dune Messiah, Frank Herbert's 1965 sequel to the original novel. But if any of you are wondering what I'm referencing, additional works in Herbert's expansive universe include Children of Dune and God Emperor of Dune, so make sure to check out those to have a better idea of everything. Anyway, due to the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike, the release of Dune Part 2 has been delayed. Yet the announcement that Dune 3 is currently in production has lifted the spirits of series fans by providing a sneak peek into the vast realm of Arrakis. So let's just say that all's not bad after all. Interestingly, sources with established ties to Marvel have hinted at the creation of a second season of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. But while we wait for official word, there are strong indications that the show will be back. With its stellar ratings, She-Hulk has risen to the number 7 slot on Disney Plus's top 10 chart for 2022, ahead of such notables as Moon Knight and Ms. Marvel. Given this, it makes sense for Marvel to consider giving this character more outings. If given the chance to do so, Tatiana Maslany's portrayal of Jennifer Walters has star quality. Now, many fans have to wait until late 2025 or possibly 2026 for the highly anticipated second season, though, due to Marvel's busy schedule, which includes at least 5 Disney Plus shows beginning in 2024, where this schedule is quite tentative until an official statement is made following the strikes. So if She-Hulk is revived, it will likely be included in the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe canon, with cameos in films like Captain America: Brave New World. Then again, one of the most frequent complaints about Season 1 was that the story wasn't compelling enough. So for the second season, writers will have to up their game. As for the cast, Mark Ruffalo, Ginger Gonzaga, Renee Elise Goldsberry, Patty Guggenheim, and Tim Roth are just some of the actors who are expected to return. So as the Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to grow, make sure to keep a lookout for new Disney Plus releases. Who knows, the second season might just be around the corner. Meanwhile, we know that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been quiet for a while, but now there's talk of a major announcement. According to reports, your phantom biker Ghost Rider is making a reappearance, this time with an unlikely actor taking up the fiery mantle. In the 2007 film Ghost Rider and its 2012 sequel, Nicolas Cage played Johnny Blaze and his demonic alter ego. And it is speculated all over social media that he will most definitely be reprising the character for the MCU, with Hollywood insiders who may be trusted have confirmed this fascinating new development. Fans are anxiously awaiting Cage's return as the mysterious rider, and the talk on Twitter has only added fuel to the fire. But even though it hasn't been confirmed yet, there's a lot of buzz surrounding the possibility of Cage returning to the role. Currently, the question of whether or not Cage wants to return to the role still stands. Even then, Ghost Rider's reappearance is an exciting development in the ever-expanding Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's stay put for now, shall we? Reviews for The Nun 2 have also begun to trickle in, and they show promise as a new direction for the Conjuring universe. In this follow-up to 2018's The Nun, Bonnie Aarons returns as Valak, the evil nun initially seen in 2016's The Conjuring 2. According to the trailer of the movie, Taissa Farmiga seems to be reprising her role as Sister Irene, now a fully vowed nun. While Jonas Bloquet plays Frenchie, Irene's former sidekick who has become possessed by evil energy. That said, critics and cultural commentators have also begun sharing their spoiler-free comments on social media when the boycott is lifted, and the general impression seems to be that The Nun 2 is a vast improvement over its predecessor. You heard that right, and honestly this seems to be great news for the future of the film and the entire Conjuring universe, given how lofty the one before this one was. One of the many reactions regarding the movie includes a user expressing, "The Nun 2 is infinitely better than the first film. It's scarier and much more intense. This is what I wanted out of the first one, which was too heavy and bogged down with lore. Now we get to have fun with this terrifying villain." Meanwhile, the user continued, "Honestly, don't bother to see the first one. This one does a great job of explaining what happened in a brilliant scene. No need to subject yourself to that, lol." Additionally, it's possible that The Nun 2 may redeem the series as a whole and Valak as a character. Not to forget, if it can re-engage audiences, it might set the stage for the future success of The Conjuring: Last Rites, the fourth chapter in the main franchise. And that, in turn, could lead the way for even more films in the Conjuring universe to come. You guys, look at us with our positive hypotheticals now. On the other end of it all, even though audiences have come to expect marathon screenings of MCU films, new information about the length of November's highly anticipated The Marvels has recently become available, and it doesn't seem to be that interesting. Several online publications, notably Cryptic HD Quality, which is trusted for breaking news on Disney Plus show lengths, have reported that each episode of The Marvels will now be only 93 minutes long. And so that would make The Marvels not only one of the shortest movies of the year, but also one of the briefest MCU flicks. At the same time, both The Incredible Hulk and Thor: The Dark World, the two most recent films in the MCU, clock in at 112 minutes. So even if the actual length of The Marvels has not been announced, this information still suggests a change from the typically drawn-out MCU stories, promising a more streamlined and action-packed adventure, but with only 93 minutes runtime. Don't know how I feel about that right now. But with night comes the day, and with a bit of a hiccup, I am quite happy to tell you all that there is still hope for you fans of the action-packed John Wick series, as a fifth movie, John Wick Chapter 5, is very much possible. Previously, the audience for John Wick Chapter 4 was left wanting more after seeing the showdown between Keanu Reeves' John Wick and Bill Skarsgård's Marquis Vincent Bissay de Gramont at Paris's iconic Sacré-Cœur Basilica, where John tragically died from his wounds. So, given the reaction, both Keanu Reeves and director Chad Stahelski have stated their openness to return to the John Wick universe if the perfect storyline presents itself. According to reports, the success of John Wick Chapter 4 proved there was an international audience for stories about the canine-obsessed assassin. So as a result, John Wick Chapter 4's financial success and fans' persistent interest in the figure point to the possibility that a script including the legendary Baba Yaga exists and could persuade Stahelski and Reeves to bring him back for John Wick 5. Then again, recent reports indicate that Disney may be hiring Baz Luhrmann to direct a live-action adaptation of Tangled, its critically acclaimed computer-animated comedy from 2010, where industry insider Daniel Richtman broke the news. This also comes after the controversial director penned and directed the musical biopic Elvis, which was nominated for an Oscar last year. So, fans of the nominated film director for an Oscar can't seem to agree on how they feel about his chaotic visual style. Meanwhile, there have been rumors that Florence Pugh, who was nominated for an Oscar, could join Luhrmann in the live-action film, suggesting that the actress play Rapunzel. But then neither the director nor the actress has been officially confirmed for the live-action version, so fingers crossed for now. Not to mention, Levi has also spoken out about the rumors about Pugh's possible role in Tangled Remake. According to reports, if Pugh is chosen to play Rapunzel in the live-action adaptation, he wants to play the same role again too. In a parallel universe, or so it seems, director Dan Trachtenberg has said that he would happily welcome the return of Arnold Schwarzenegger or Danny Glover in a cameo role for a potential Prey sequel. That's right. The mind behind the Predator prequel smash hit was recently questioned if there were ever any talks about bringing Schwarzenegger back into the fray, despite Prey being set in the 1700s. And is there any potential for Schwarzenegger to appear in a later film? And the good news is that it's not too late for that to happen. According to Dan, "I don't know how to do things, but I'm learning how to do things. I did learn there was an attempt to have Arnold in Predators. All I'll say is, there's still time for those guys. They're still around, and wouldn't that be awesome? At the same time, the movie Barbie keeps shattering barriers of all kinds. On Tuesday, the firm stated that the global gross for the Barbie movie was $1.34 billion, breaking the previous record of $1.32 billion held by the last installment of the Harry Potter franchise in 2011. And honestly, it's not the first time this year that Barbie has broken a record. After only 34 days in theaters, Barbie has topped out Universal Pictures' The Super Mario Bros. Movie as 2023's highest-grossing domestic picture. Released on August 15th, the Greta Gerwig-helmed film surpassed all previous domestic box office records to become Warner Bros. Discovery's highest-grossing film ever. Finally, it would be grossly understating the case to argue that Christopher Nolan is not enjoying a stellar year. You see, Oppenheimer's film is smashing records at the box office, and there's reason to believe it has a shot at Oscar success this year too. Also, it wouldn't be surprising, right? Given how much the audience loved watching it. And because September 16th is Batman Day, Showcase Cinemas is re-releasing Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and Batman Returns for one day only in select cities. So if you're planning on binge-watching something, you just got an idea for yourself. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.